Hey y'all, so I'm coming on here with a quick message today. And today's message is about finding your voice. Now, this is something that came to me while I was in a therapy session with a client, but oftentimes people, especially if they've been in situations where they didn't have a voice, where boundaries were crossed, situations with trauma, things like that, people come to therapy and they're looking to find their voice. What do I think? How do I protect myself? How do I speak up for myself? How do I enforce this boundary? And just working through some of those things. And sometimes what can happen is that when we are finding our voice, we think that that means it has to be loud, it has to be aggressive, it has to be forceful. And that, is a signal of, got it, found my voice. But here is the truth. Sometimes finding your voice means understanding when do you want to use it. It means determining when do you give your voice to situations. It means determining what does that sound like. Does it always have to be forceful or aggressive, or could you just speak? Because the words are what the words are. And sometimes it's learning, I don't have to say a thing. There is power in determining when, where, how you use your voice. And silence is a part of that. Not being silenced by someone, but choosing silence for yourself. And so I encourage you today that as you're going through a process and as you're figuring out, how do I speak up for myself? How do I determine what's best for me? How do I communicate to others? How do I make sure that my words land, or that they're heard, or that they're even used? I want you to also determine, when do I not give voice to things that are not aligned with me? Just meaning, that doesn't even deserve my voice right now. That doesn't deserve a response. Because sometimes people are gaslighting you and they're trying to fuel the fire and they're trying to bring you into their tornado, their hurricane, their whirlwind of emotions. And they're going to say things that just poke and poke and poke because they want you to come into that storm with them. That's a good time to say, because you also have to figure out, when I go into that storm, what is it going to do to me? So again, sometimes finding your voice means figuring out when you want to use it and when you don't. It doesn't always have to be loud. It doesn't always have to be aggressive. It just can be authentic to you. What helps me feel protected in this moment? What is important for me to say in this moment? What do I need to communicate to others in this moment? And sometimes, when do I need to walk away? That's power too. All right, y'all, let me know what you think.